Hello and welcome to our latest unboxing video. I'm Eliza here at the Hatfield Public Library and I have a box of kids books. This is mostly like middle grade fiction and a lot of graphic novels I think are going to be in here. Maybe a little bit of nonfiction. Actually, I'm just going to say 100% nonfiction because we have one right on top. It's called A Book of Camping Survival Projects. And this is for kids who love to go wild. I love this idea. So just different projects for kids to do outside in nature. Let me show you one more. So look, here's a DIY shelter. The Fort by Gordon Korman. Sort of a humorous middle grade writer. This is about a group of kids whose town gets hit by a hurricane, and then they discover an old bomb shelter and decide to keep it secret because it's like kind of a fun place to go hang out. But then I don't know, I guess things get complicated. They have to get complicated. Oh, okay, here's our first graphic novel. This is called Sorce Line, and it's by Paolo Antista and someone else. Sylvia Douye. And this is about a girl, I think, studying mythical creatures, and she's taking a prestigious cryptozoology class. But then one of her classmates disappears. Ooh, Step by Deborah Ellis. So this is about turning 11. It's sort of interesting. It's actually short stories. I think it's maybe 10 or oh yeah, 10 stories about kids turning 11. But sort of the interesting twist is that they live in totally different parts of the world. So it's about how they're going through the same experience all around the world. We have The Map Makers by Tasman Merchant, illustrated by Paulo Escobar. And so this looks really fun. I really love the cover. I just love their crazy hats. So this is about a magical world where some of the power, I guess, comes from making maps. Looks like there's also like hat makers. I don't know if that's a magic thing. And so they find a hidden map and they're trying to find then she becomes the keeper of the hidden map. Ooh, it sounds fun. That sounds like a fun world. We Are Wolves by Katrina Nanestad. This is historical fiction, I think World War II, and it's about a family who's escaping the Russian army and goes um yeah, World War II, and the family goes to live in the woods. um Oh, just the children go to live in the woods, and this is based on a true story about kids who became known as wolf children. We have volume 5 of Yotsuba. This is just a very popular manga series. Lots of a good starter for kids who are just getting into manga. So we decided we should just own the first 5. I think we've either already gotten the first 4 or we're gonna get them. We have Omar Rising. When the system is broken, you have to rise up. This is by Aisha Seed, and it is about a kid who goes to a prestigious academy called Galib Academy, and his whole village is cheering him on. He's a scholarship kid, but then it turns out they don't really like the scholarship kid, and they try to get them kicked out by making it impossible for them to get good grades. So a rigged system, not good. Ooh, we have a new graphic novel in the a graphic novel offshoot of the popular Warriors series by Erin Hunter, and this one's called Exile from Shadowclan. This one's in color. That's kind of exciting. I think some of the earlier ones maybe weren't in color, or maybe we just bought versions that weren't in color. But I have gotten feedback from the kids, and they definitely want the color version. And yeah, very popular. Island in a Puddle. This is the second volume of another manga series. We either, again, probably already have the first, I think, I'm pretty sure. And this is The Natural Genius of Ants by Betty Culley. Um, uh, And so this is about kids who are making who moved to rural Maine and are making an ant colony. Um, but it's got a little bit of a sad premise. The dad is a surgeon who I think accidentally made a mistake and a baby died. So he's like very, very grief stricken and has not working anymore. And so the kids are using the ants to distract him. But it sounds like there's just going to be a lot of interesting ant information, which, if you don't know, ants super interesting. I know they're everywhere. You think you know about them, but you really don't. The First Rule of Climate Club by Carrie Firestone. I don't know if the kids are really going to get the Fight Club reference. Hopefully not. Yes, but maybe they just like there's enough like first rule things out there that they'll get that. Um, the important thing is this is about a girl who takes a science class based around climate change, and then she realizes that there's actually a lot of stuff that people are doing that's not good in her own suburban town, like wasting food and leaving their cars idling. This drives me crazy. People do that all the time. So she decides to make change herself, but their mayor is resistant. Okay, just a few more books. We have Galaxy, the prettiest star. And this is about, this is kind of a fun premise. It's about an alien princess who ends up going to Earth and living as a human boy. We have a book on how to identify trees. This is useful. I can never identify trees. I always feel like I should know what tree is which, and then I think that's a no, and then I feel dumb. So this seems very useful. I like the layout too. Um, oh, hooray! We have the new book in the Bad Guys series by Erin Blabey. This is called The Bad Guys in Open Wide and Say Arrgh. Just such a fun series. There was recently a movie. If your kids watch the movie and they haven't read the series, it's very, very fun. We have Expedition Backyard by Rosemary Mosco and Binglin Who. And this is a story, I guess, about these little animals who go who go on an expedition in the backyard. Oh, and then they go to the city too. And last of all, we have In the Beautiful Country, just a beautiful cover for this book by Jane Kuo. And this is about a girl who moves with her family to America from Taiwan. And she's been told, like her parents call it the beautiful country. But then when she gets there, it's actually not so beautiful because they live in a one-bedroom apartment and she has trouble making friends. And her parents are trying to run a restaurant, which is very stressful. Oh, interesting. Look, it's told in verse. So definitely for fans of people for who are fans of novels in verse. That's it. That's my whole little box of books. But I will be back soon with more. Bye.